And breaking news in the upstate, a man is dead after deputies say they tried to serve him a warrant. We're told instead of stopping, 33-year-old Cody Coleman ran and jumped into a river.
First responders from Anderson and Greenville counties searched the Saluda River this morning. Our Peyton Furtado was there as they did, and she's here now to walk us through what happened. Peyton.
Yes, Sydney, a very somber mood right now, a very different scene than what we saw earlier. I'm going to step out of the way and show you Cody Alexander Coleman's family. They're in the Saluda River right now spreading flowers in honor of the 33-year-old who died from a drowning earlier today, just a few hours ago here. Now the family says Cody was kind, a good son, a good brother, and had a baby on the way due next week. Earlier today, the scene very different from this. Much less quiet, sirens and law enforcement flooding River Road and the Saluda River looking for Cody. River Road in Piedmont overflowed with flashing lights and first responders as dive teams and canines searched for a man who jumped into the Saluda River. We're told Anderson County deputies tried to stop this man and serve a warrant as he drove his green Ford Focus down River Road. We're told he backed his vehicle into a white Ford Bronco and jumped out of the still running car, racing into the woods.
Thankfully, no one hurt. It wasn't going at a high rate of speed by any means. But from there, he basically took off, realized he was wanted, and then panic set in and he decided to jump into the river at that point.
Diving into the Saluda River. Law enforcement from Greenville and Anderson County searched the water, finding the 33-year-old's body nearly 2 football field lengths away in 7 feet of water.
I did hear the deputy say that he thought he was what he called gassed, being out of breath while he was running, and then when he hit the water, he started swimming, swam halfway across, went under, and never came back up.
The coroner ruled this as a drowning, but is still investigating. The man's mother tells us he leaves behind 2 children and a girlfriend with 1 more on the way due next week.
And his family is grieving over his death right now, and it's hard to understand why he didn't stop and face whatever the realities were of the traffic stop.
Now, Peyton, as we know, as you showed us, the family is having a memorial behind you. How are they? Have you spoken to them? Have they learned anything new about any of this?
Yeah, Sydney, they are obviously heartbroken behind me, remembering their son, their brother, shedding a tear over the area that he grew up in, the river he grew up in. Many of them say that their brother was no criminal, their son was no criminal, and we actually did learn some new information. I'll step out of the way and share it with you as we look at that memorial behind me. Now, those search warrants, those bench warrants, were actually for very, very small, simple bench warrant items. We can't release exactly what that is at this point. We do know the 33-year-old, again, had 2 children already, and a baby girl, actually, on the way, supposed to be due next week. The mother shares with us that she believes that her son ran because he didn't want to go back to jail, and he wanted to be there for the birth of his child. We are working to learn more about all of this, but for now, live in Anderson County, a very somber scene. I'm Peyton Furtado, WYFF News 4.